Prince. Prince came. I was seated at an event, Shannon, and during a commercial break, Prince came down to me and kneeled before me, and he said, "Here's my number, and I want you to come to Minneapolis and jam with me." And you know why I didn't go? It was so early on in my career. Those voices from that church culture. Because, Prince, he'll do music in his drawers.
Yeah. I remember that.
He'll come to the studio on a G-string.
Yeah. You remember the yellow with his butt out?
Cheeks out. His cheeks is out.
Yeah.
And I didn't, so people seeing his cheeks out, I didn't want to be trying to argue, you know what, his cheeks is out, but he do good music. So I didn't even return them. I didn't even.
That's friends.
I didn't even take him up on all. He said, "I want you to come to Minneapolis and jam," and I didn't do it, man. I didn't do it. He called the crib.
You got to go just to see Paisley Park.
I know. I want to. He called the crib. He called the crib, bro, and kissed my baby and said hey to Tammy before he left, and I let fear get in the way of me working with him.
What artist today would you like to do a collab with? That you haven't, if you haven't done one with them, who would you like to do a collab with?
As I know that some of the church folk would probably give me again, man, but I am a fan of the lyrical genius of Sean Carter.
Oh?
I am. I think lyrically, he's a juggernaut. The fact that he doesn't write what he says down, and the intentionality of the conversations that he has, good and bad.
Right.
I've always been, because we're in the same age demographic,
right.
So I've got to, I've had a chance to live with his journey. It would be Sean Carter and Sting.
Wow.
Sting from the Police. Those would be my two dream. And if he was living, I would love to work with Andre Crouch. Andre Crouch was a great gospel.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Winans, I think
all that. James Cleveland, all that.
My grandfather.
You're showing your age. Showing your age. Yeah, man.
But so Prince was the one that you like, man. I mean, y'all might could have done a song together.
His cheeks was out. It was.
Oh man, that got nothing to do with that. The man, like you said. He was a genius.
Oh!
You talk about right.
Oh! And like I don't even have that conversation with people, when everybody bring up the Michael, the Prince. Yeah. I don't even do that. But first of all, it's an insult to their greatness, but they were two different phenoms. But Prince musically, because Prince could play every instrument.
Yes.
And then he could go into the studio and engineer what he plays.
Right.
That's just a whole nother behemoth. That's yeah.
Who thinks of
you gonna walk around with your cheeks out if you can do all that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, his mind has to be.
Yeah.
Because you think about what Raspberry Beret and pink cashmere.
All of that.
The mind.
Genius.
It snows in April.
I
mean, Purple Rain. Under the Cherry Moon.
It snows in April. Just even that line.
Yeah.
And he was having that kind of line back in the 80s.
Yes. He was mute. He was way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Because the way he was thinking, I was like, who think that?
You remember Lady Cab Driver?
Yes.
Do you know that's him on drums?
Is it?
Listen to the boom, pack, boom, pack, boom, pack, boom, pack. Prince is playing drums.
Lady Cab Driver, won't you take me? Yeah.
Yes. Genius.
I mean, so as far as songwriters, you might have to like Stevie, Prince.
Babyface.
Face.
Stevie, Prince, Babyface. And I'm going to tell you who I think, I'm going to tell you a name and you tell me what you think of this name. Let me tell you who I think should have been you remember when Diddy had domain over all what was happening musically?
Yes.
Let me tell you who I think, and Timberland, like you remember how much domain Timberland had, just the real estate? Let me tell you a name. I'm gonna throw out a name to you, and I'm gonna tell you who I think that we slept on, that he should have been the name that really dominated the conversation of 90s black pop music. Devontae from Jodeci.
Yeah.
You remember the sound that Jodeci brought in? Because they were church boys.
Yes.
They were church boys. But Devontae's...
They brought something else in too, for babies. That's what they brought. That's what they brought in.
Brought in a lot of babies. Brought in a lot of babies. A lot of babies. Devontae's production. If you listen to those Jodeci records, his production, it was like what? But then again, he come up under, you know, that Virginia world, him,
right.
Pharrell, Timbaland. But
Missy Elliott from...
He was working on Missy Elliott stuff. Devontae, I think, is a name that we miss and forget when it comes to popular black music.
Man, Plies want to do a collab.
He don't want to do nothing.
He don't want to do nothing?
Yeah, he don't want to do nothing. He don't want to do nothing. He be talking. He be running his mouth.
That's all he be talking?
He be just running his
Plies,
mouth.
you hear that? He said you be talking, you bumping.
Yeah. It's because we were supposed to be got together. We was going to do something in Florida and Miami. He don't want to do nothing. He don't want to do nothing. It's because I think he's really, really, really afraid that I could be his daddy.